Hello everyone. In this video I wanted to talk to you about having your own art style. I wanted to do something a little different where I display some of my artwork while sharing a little bit about having your own art style. And the things I want to cover in this video is the importance of having your own art style and how to develop your own art style. So let's go over the importance of it. And this connects to the business side of things, right? The reason why it's important for you to have your own art style is because it draws people to your work. And this is important, of course, because it helps build your fan base and your clientele. Now, the thing about your artwork being different and unique and having your own art style is that people will be able to notice your work amongst other artwork, which is a great thing because then you'll be someone who just stands out of the crowd if your artwork is unique enough. So it's very important for that matter that people are going to come to you because they're going to say things like, oh, I would like to commission you to do a fan art piece in your art style, or they'll ask you to draw like their favorite character in your art style, or someone may want you to do character designs for them. So it's very important for you to be able to like have your own art style that stands out amongst the crowd, where people will be able to look at it and to say, oh, I know who did that. That was this person's work. That's kind of what I did for myself too. Like there were times where I would have some of my friends come up to me and say, yeah, I sent your artwork somewhere that you did for this person. And as soon as I looked at it, I was like, yeah, my friend Sean did that. Or someone would post my work somewhere that I wasn't notified about or anything. And a friend of mine had actually came to me and was letting me know like, hey, Sean, do you know that this person's using your work for this? So having your own art style can be beneficial to you as far as having like your identity or like an identification for your artwork. So let's talk about the development of your art style. And I'm gonna go to a story back in college about like how I want to develop in my art style. So I remember a teacher by the name of Dana Gullo. And I guess it's okay for me to mention her name because I'm actually highlighting what she did. Being as though I'm not saying anything bad about her, it should be fine that I'm bringing up her name. I think if I was saying something bad, then that would be an issue in the long run. So, but so this teacher, right? I remember talking to her about art styles and everything. And in college, like American college for animation, most of them do not like anime. The instructors would tell you like, don't draw anime. Or some just even have like a hatred towards anime art style. And for me, like when I first came to college, when I first got into college, I was just strictly like an anime style, and I was like heavy into it. You know, it was to the point where like I was like making watercolor paintings, and I still had my own style in it, but you could tell like it was heavily anime influenced. So I had talked to this one teacher by the name of Dana Gullo, and she told me, like, she gave me one of the best advice ever. She basically was saying, it's not so much that we hate anime, or I think she was speaking for herself at the time. She was saying, it's not so much that I hate anime, it's just that I would like to see somebody take both the art styles and fuse it and make something. And when she told me that like really stuck with me. So I remember going back to like my friends, right, that I was in college with, and tell them like, yo, we need to practice other art styles because just like our instructors told us, it's gonna be hard for us to get a job drawing anime here in America. So we need to practice different art styles, some more Western art styles. So I remember like trying to encourage them to do it, and they did practice. I remember one of them actually practiced some of it. And like me, I went back, I grabbed stuff from like, I was grabbing references from the Proud Family, from Scooby-Doo, just all kinds of different various American animation styles. And I was just practicing, just practicing it, playing around with different styles and mixing up different things and pretty much experimenting, putting it all like one big melting pot and seeing what I could come up with. And I remember when I was in my experimental phase, one of my friends from college was looking at my artwork and it was like, Sean, what is this? Man, Sean, you better not start drawing like this. That's what I remember hearing them say clearly. And I thought it was so funny at the time. I was just like, man, I don't know what I'm doing here. Am I doing a good thing, changing my style like this? But I just stuck with it. And, and I remember 2, I can't remember what point in time this was when I was in college, but I remember playing Zelda Wind Waker. And when Wind Waker came out, I was like, man, that style looked really cool for Zelda. I thought that was a really cool art style. So that really influenced me to start simplifying my art style. And with Zelda, and between Zelda, Wind Waker, and my teacher Dana Gullo, with the help of both of them, I should say, that really like helped inspire me to change my art style and create the art style that I have that you see today. So, you know, I like to say thank you to both the game Zelda Wind Waker and my teacher Dana Gullo for giving me inspiration to be able to develop the art style that I have today. And now, you know, my art style had developed so much to the point where like I would end up with clients that want to work with me just because they like my artwork or my art style, or there were people that would just be able to like, I would get like a lot of likes on certain art social media sites, all because of how unique my art style is. So I think it's very important, just talking from experience, that you learn how to create an art style that works for you. And it's not really hard, you know, all you got to do is just reference some artists that you do like and just put it all together. There's nothing wrong with reference, you know, just as long as you try to make it look different than the artwork that you're referencing. Okay, so again, I tell you, like, you know, use some reference. There's nothing wrong with that, but just try to make it look different. That's why I encourage you to like grab multiple styles. Don't just grab like one style and stick strictly to that and be like an offspring of that one style. Grab different things and play around with it. Like when people see my artwork, being as I already came from like an anime influenced background, it's like people don't know what to categorize it as, whether it's like anime or is it Western or is it like graffiti. You know, all these different influences came into my art style for me to be able to develop what it is today. And yeah, you know, I'm not going to tell you what is actually in it. I'll let you judge for yourself what kind of stuff that what artists you see influences inside my artwork, if you notice any. But other than that, yeah, it's very important. There's nothing wrong with like practicing different art styles. So you know, this is not going to be a long video. I just want to talk to you a little bit about like having your own art style and the importance of it. And I hope that this video encourages you to practice that and start developing that. If you don't have your own unique art style, start practicing right now. See what you can come up with. You know, it's actually a fun process being able to create your own art style. Like for me, I was having fun with it. You know, I like looking at different things and be like, oh wow, that looks pretty cool. I wonder if I was to incorporate this influence into my artwork, what would it look like? You know, so yeah, just have fun with it. Check out other things. If you're strictly anime, start trying to look at some different Western styles. If you're all Western, try to look at some different anime styles and see what you can incorporate into your own artwork. And just get into that whole experimentation process. You know, maybe you can even find something from like manga or American comics. You know, even that stuff is different. Like for me, I like the graffiti art style, so I kind of like took some of that influences and started incorporating that into my characters and my artwork in general as a whole. So yeah, just check it out for yourself. Let me know in the comment section what are some influences that you see in my artwork. It'd be cool to hear you guys' thoughts on what are some influences and styles that you see in my artwork. I want to see who can tell what's in there. If you enjoyed this video, then hit that like and subscribe button. You can also check out some of my other videos. Feel free to leave a comment or suggestions for future videos you would like to see me do. Thank you for watching, and God bless.